So this is our solution to being able to install on demand when we realize we need a mooring base in an area, and to be able to use our own boats, our own people, not have to rent a barge from the mainland and pay hundreds of thousands of baht to bring it in, and to provide some more mooring bases. It is a modular system, and this is what we're going to be doing today. So the system kind of fits together like puzzle pieces. So what we're going to have is a base, which we'll take you guys downstairs and run you through all of this in a moment. But we have a base which consists of 3 pieces that fit together to create like a cross on the bottom, and it's got this post that comes up. And we've got these concrete rings then, and then we just start stacking those onto it to create the ballast to hold it down. So we've experimented with this for the first time, I believe about 2 years ago, and it worked really quite well. So we've gotten more support, again from Chevron, the DMCR, and with Ajahn Boy from Prince of Songkhla leading this. We have our ballast, our anchor down at the bottom. If we made the line too short, then the force is pulling up on that base, right? So it's going to be however heavy it is going to be how much it can hold. Basically, it's just being lifted up. If we have it too long, it ends up being much more stable, because rather than pulling up on it, it's trying to pull it through the sand, right? And that's going to be much more stable. The other thing is, if it's really long, then we have a lot more rope to absorb the force of the boat in the waves. So really, really long would actually be ideal. But then when no boat is on the mooring line, then you've got all this rope floating on the surface or down on the bottom, and it's much more likely to get tangled up in corals, or when another boat drives by, they're much more likely to get tangled up in it. So we kind of have this just kind of Goldilocks zone here. We don't want it too short, we don't want it too long, we want it just right. So basically what we'll have you do is, once you tie it on, swim like 45 degrees up towards the surface, and when you get just up near the surface, you'll tie that swivel.